Today I'm going to be talking about heat and how I get it into my rooftop tent quickly because I am a lazy camper. I am a very lazy camper. Now I live in North Idaho where it's cold. It's also where freedom lives. And in order to have a warm wigwam for my wife out in the woods, I've got to have a workflow that makes sense. Otherwise, I just complain. It's got to be easy. It's got to be fast. And so let me show you kind of how my setup works and how long it takes. Now I have my thermostat wired 100% of the time up inside of my iCamper. I have a net here that holds everything up in the shell so I can leave my pillows, 2 blankets, 2 inflatable mattresses, and their sheets, everything I need to sleep. This little hook, I hang it above my head when I sleep. This is a tent pass-through that I got off of Etsy. And what I like about it is you have both a send and a return. It has grooves on each side, and then it has notches at the top here so that the zipper fits snugly in. Makes it very quick and easy. What we do is we come on here, turn on, it is currently 36 degrees. And now the red light has come on, meaning that flame has started inside of the heat exchanger portion. And that means that I've got hot air starting to blow and recycle back in. I can press this button up or down to affect whatever temperature I want. I don't like to sleep too warm, so I usually keep it around 65 or so. Not too bad when it's 19 degrees outside sometimes when you're camping. But let's say we're all done for the night. You press and hold the off button and it starts shutting down the Propex heater. Now it's going to cycle for a couple of minutes until its internal components are cool enough, and then it'll turn off all the way. When thinking about how I wanted to design this, I knew that I wanted to use a Propex 2211. The reason why Propex, it's definitely more expensive than a diesel heater, but there's zero maintenance, zero setup in this case, and it just always works. With that 2211, that is the external mounted. It's usually used for like sprinter vans when you put them underneath. I thought about directly mounting it under the tent, but decided I wanted to do a box. I had purposely left a space between the front of my rack and the rear of my truck so that I had an area for it that was dedicated. I couldn't find a box anywhere, so I went to the Army supply store and I picked up 2 fat 50 cals. Now, fat 50 cal is a little bit larger than your normal 50 cal can. And I cut the bottoms off. I extended it using a piece of sheet metal and then put it inside the box to give it additional shelter from the elements, but also storage. So on one side, I have access to my propane attachments to the rear of the Propex heater, as well as storage for all of the hosing and the vent pass-through. Now, I knew I did not want to be dealing with thumb screws and attaching anything. I can just leave this set up all the time inside of the box. For the most part, it keeps, I would say, 90% of the dust out and the elements, but it's just always ready to go whenever I am ready to get some heat going. Now, I decided I'm gonna put at the end of this video how I take this rack on and off the truck to convert it between kind of daily driver as well as off-road beast. And so this is how I take it off. What I end up doing is I built a pergola hoist that is on the side of my house. It lifts up the rack, the tent, rotopacks, everything all together as one big unit off of sawhorses where it lives under a car cover normally. And then I back my truck up underneath and lower it back down. Now the KB Voodoo rack, which is what I have, if you need a discount code, let me know, is pretty awesome in that it allows me to keep my Diamondback cover on, and it's got tonneau brackets that go around it and then attached to the rack. Because it's simple to take off, I just tighten up each of the 4 corners, and then I've got a whole expedition rig ready to go. Hopefully you found some of these solutions that I've come up with, which they aren't all mine. I watch a lot of videos just like you're doing now. And so hopefully you found it inspiring and helpful to get you the warmth that you need when you're out camping. See you out in the trail.